How's it going, everybody? I am DJ Riley, one of the hosts from Boys on the Bench, and I am back because there seems like there's an endless amount of value on Daily Grind Fantasy, so I'm here to help you win the most bets. Now, if you don't know what Daily Grind Fantasy is, it is a software that helps compare all of the odds against all of these other sports books and really just makes the idea of sports betting very easy for you. So if you are anything like me, I don't have the time to do all of this research and hours of research and comparing lines and all of this other stuff. So what I have to do, because I have my regular 9-to-5 job, is I use software like Daily Grind Fantasy and help me make these bets. So I'm here to also help you spread the word on their platform. You can use the code BENCH for 25% off of their first month. Now, also what I wanted to do, this is kind of their AI generated slip tool, which I will be showing you a little bit later, but this is exactly what I use. If I look at my Twitter profile, this is exactly how I built out my slip on that YouTube pick video from yesterday where we went for the 2x cash. The only pick that did not hit here was this Harrison Bader play. He was the 9-hole for the Mets, and he ended up having 2 hits, which absolutely sucked, but that was all we were, is really just one hit run RBI away from a 25x payout. This made me probably 5 minutes to make that slip, and that's because I talked through every single pick and how to do it. That's exactly what I will be doing with you today, but it takes much less time to do that. So anyways, though, again, make sure you're following my X profile. That link is in the description below, DJ_BoysOTB, to get all of these free bets for you as well. This was something else that I had posted on my X profile. Again, Daily Grind Fantasy is absolutely cooking up these slips for you. I entered quite a bit of those, and I ended up profiting out a 10x slip. Again, go check that out. You can click the link in the description below. Go to my X profile, click that link. Either way, use Bench to get 25% off of your first month. Use this tool with Fidelity. I will be doing these videos all of the time, so make sure you are also subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and getting notified anytime these videos are dropping. Anyways, though, the reason that you tuned in this video is we are going to be building some bets. So as I mentioned, this is the AI-generated slip. You can see here, it's just this simple. So what's nice about kind of I'll give you a slip on PrizePicks. So I'm not in an arena state, so I don't really want to bet on the arena one. So what I will be doing is this 5-pick flex, which is giving you this slip, right? So if we drop this down, we can see all of these top plays for us here. All I have to do, hit bet on PrizePicks. The beauty of this, lineup copied. Oh, everything is already done for me. All I'll do, hit my unit size, and I go ahead and hit submit. And guys, that's as simple as it is. It's really not much to it. So again, I put no research in. This is going to take me every bit of 5 to 7 seconds to hit bet on PrizePicks, hit submit, and now I'm rocking and rolling, right? That's all you have to do with this, right? So anyways, though, let's go ahead and look at building it out on the optimizer tool, kind of having that power in our own hand. That is another feature that this Daily Grind Fantasy software offers for us, right? All of these different DFS apps, whether you bet on PrizePicks, Underdog, Parlay Play, Betr Picks, all of these you need to be using. So if we do go to Betr Picks does have a free promo right now on their website. If you bet for Paul Skeens to go over 0.5 pitcher strikeouts. So if we see here on his on X, they did post this on their X profile. My internet's running just a little bit behind, so bear with me here, right? So rookie sensation special pick, Paul Skeens to go over 0.5 strikeouts. I think we can all agree that that's going to go over. So they've given you a free square here in that sense, giving us a lot of positive expected value. That's the idea. All of these other books have his line at 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Well, Better's coming in offering it at 0.5. That means that the expected value is expected to go over, right? That's the idea with all of this. So when we see, we can go ahead and pair this with this Chris Sale. I wish I could do this on my screen for you, so I will just leave this up and we'll kind of just build it out. But plays that I would pick is directly from the top. Chris Sale going over 7.5. The reason that this is a good play, if we look at all of these other sportsbooks, we're getting average juice of -141, which is fantastic, right? Pinnacle at -166, FanDuel -144. We see Caesars coming in at -154. All of these books are agreeing that this line is likely to go over 7.5 pitcher strikeouts for Chris Sale. Juan Soto, idea is exactly the same for him to go over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. So really, And this alone, we're getting a lot of value on all of these superstars, which is fantastic. And if you wanted to fade the superstars, again, we have a lot of leeway with that Paul Skeens free scare. So if you wanted to not take the under on Bobby Witt, that's okay. You can drop down a little bit. It's only a 0.1 difference for Freddie Freeman, another superstar, to go over 1.5 hits, runs, plus RBIs, right? So now we already have 4 picks. If I wanted to add one more, I probably would add this Hunter Renfroe. And the only reason that I say that I would want to add this Hunter Renfroe is because I already have Jose Soriano to go over 5.5 strikeouts on PrizePicks. I don't want to overexpose in all of these books, because if for some reason Jose Soriano had an injury in the 3rd inning and he ended up with only 3 strikeouts, then I'm kind of screwed in that sense, and now I've lost out on 2 slips. So because of that, I would just go with the Hunter Renfroe. So I would take Freddie Freeman, Hunter Renfroe, Juan Soto, Chris Sale, and then the Paul Skeens promo, locking that in. Such a good slip, a profitable slip for you whenever you are betting on these websites. So again, let's go ahead Underdog Fantasy and see what we can build out, showing you how easy this is. So first play here, Logan Gilbert fantasy score. I know that these books do not offer fantasy scores for you. You can't go to DraftKings, you can't go to Caesars, you can't go to Bovada and look at their fantasy score lines. That's not a thing. But what they do offer are pitcher recorded outs. They offer the strikeout line. All of that stuff is baked into this formula that Daily Grind does all of the calculations on the back end for you, saying that this is likely to come in around that 35 mark. This one's around that 34.8. All of these lines are slightly different on how much they're edging it. So because of that, right now, Underdog is offering this at 38.5. Roughly a 3.5, 4-point edge, depending on what book you're looking at, which is fantastic. So all we want to do is take Logan Gilbert. We're going to go over to Underdog. We're going to put this in, and we're just going to hit that he's most likely going to go under his 38.5 fantasy scores there. So then let's go find another one. I like personally a 2 minimum points here. So we can see here that some of this is getting clouded with these, which is okay. Hot Streaks is a pretty good book on their esports plays, but I like personally 2 minimum data points. So I come here, all I do, 2 minimum data points. It goes ahead and filters all of that out for me. So now again, let's see. Aaron Judge would be a good play. We can see his line was bumped up to 2. That's because all of these books are offering this at 1.5. Yes, they are heavily favoriting the over 1.5. We can see a lot of positive value here at plus 110, plus 105, plus 110, plus 120. All of these, right? So again, getting this at 2, which is okay. So let's go ahead and take Aaron Judge. We want him under his 2.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. I paste this here, hit lower. And whenever we're building this, we want to build out a 6-leg parlay. So if we're looking at a 5-leg parlay on Underdog, 6 legs parlays are the most profitable for you because this fair odds to percentage, this has 57.64. We would only need that at a 53.8 average. If we have a 5, then we would look at a 54.3. So because of that, all of these plays are looking really good. We have a lot of fantasy scores, which again is totally okay. Let's see. I probably would go, let's go with this Christopher Morel fantasy score over 6.5. These 2 books are coming in. Again, the hitter fantasy score is the exact same way as the pitcher fantasy score. They look at their expected total bases, RBIs, runs, all of that stuff, because that's exactly how these hitters get that fantasy score. So let's copy that in there, put this here. Christopher Morel going higher. So now we have 3 of our picks there as well. Now, again, all of these links to these picks are linked in the description below, so make sure you're checking that out. If you made it to this point in the video, I want to help you all out, get the best value that you can. Now, the next one that we want to look at, let's scroll down here a little bit. I don't want too much hitter fantasy score or even push potential. We did use this Hunter Renfroe play in the last one on that Betr site, so I don't want to use it here again. That's the overexposure that we are trying to stay away from. So what I can use is his teammate, actually Vinny here, to go over 1.5. We're getting a 53.65. I understand that this is beat red, but again, if we're looking at 6-leg parlays, we're only needing this at 53.8. Well, luckily enough, we've picked higher plays that are going to be able to push us over, and that's exactly what we want. So copy that. Let's go over here. This is going to give us our 4th play. I saw that we had accept an update. What is the update? Accept. Aaron Judge. So they removed the Aaron Judge play. They bumped it back down to a 1.5 instead of the 2. So that means that his is likely going to be removed. This is no longer there. Daily Grind Fantasy is going to take just a little while to get that down since that was just a new recent thing. But we're still sitting pretty good. We have the Logan. We have the Christopher Gilbert. And then let's see where we want to go from here. Jose Berrios is another good play to go under this 31.5. Brandon Lowe, let's take Brandon Lowe to go under 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. I think that that's a solid play for us as well. So if we go to Underdog, go here. This is now going to give us our 4th play for him to go under 1.5 there. So then let's look what we got. We already have the Vinny play. We're all still pretty good here. Adam Duvall is another good one that we could take in terms of hits, runs, plus RBIs. And then after this one, I'll probably add one of those higher fantasy scores, probably that Jose Berrios. Adam Duvall was the under, correct? Yes, under. So then let's look here. Aaron Judge, Carlos. Actually, let's do this Colin Rea. His is sitting at a lot better than the Jose Berrios at 53.93. Now this one's at 55.01, which is really good for us. So we want to put that in there. Colin Rea to go under. His fantasy score is taken off. So what we're going to do is take the Jose Berrios. That kind of locked it in for us. So again, guys, that's as much as it is. Oh, never mind. This is not a good play. So we should be getting a 25x payout. For some reason, we're not, and that's probably because we have negative value here. Tampa Bay, Brandon Lowe. The reason that we're getting positive EV or negative EV on this is because Brandon Lowe, we're taking his under on this, but then we're also taking the under on Jose Berrios. So if we take that off, what we want to do is we just want to add one more pick here, which is going to be okay. We could let's just add this Suzuki play, and we'll just round it out with that. Suzuki going over. So now we should, and we don't. This is embarrassing. I am so sorry. Is it because, let's see, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Oh, it's because we had his teammate in there, Christopher Morel. So this is the thing. This is probably the thing that takes the longest with this, and honestly, it's okay. So let's give this a quick refresh and see if we can find one more pick with this. We lost a little bit of value with some of these. See if Underdog is updated at all. And we're okay. Okay, so we're still sitting pretty good. We have the 57.63. Jose Berrios. Let's go ahead and add him back since we have lost a little bit of value. So let's start this over. Let's just exit all of these. Exit all of these. We'll go Jose Berrios. Jose Berrios under. The other one was Logan Gilbert under. Okay, so now we have our 2 plays for sure. Brandon Lowe, is he facing Toronto? I think that was the issue, correct? Let's go see. Brandon Lowe, lower it was. So let's take that off. Ketel Marte, total bases, looking pretty good. Honestly, I know that that's a superstar. It's a little bit hectic to take, and that is fine. Can't take it, right? Obviously, it's not giving us the payout that we want, so we want to stay away from that there. Pitcher strikeouts, Talion, good play, going under 5. All of the books are offering it, giving us that little bit of an edge. So if we go lower on his strikeout play there, we can see all of these books, again, are offering it at 4.5. Fantasy score for Bobby Witt, that's kind of dropped. We could have gotten it at 11 not too long ago. We see this Adam Duvall play sitting there. We can take that. Wrong book. Accept. We're gonna get this thing. We're gonna get this thing hammered out. And then Vinny going over on his. And now we just need one more. And let's see. Let's go Jaron Duran to go under his 10. The books are coming in at 9. I think that that's probably the best value that we're going to get. So lower, and that's exactly what we want. We're creating this 25x. If you're getting something higher, don't feel like that's good value. That's, in fact, worse value for you. So you want to lock in this 25x for you. Again, I know that was a little bit crazy. Just click the quick tell links in the description below. That's as quick as it is, right, though? This video is going a little bit longer than I obviously wanted. We're sitting at 14 minutes, but guess what we got? 3 slips, right? So we're walking away with 3 slips from this. quick tell all of those, and just do a job. That's all we're looking for. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Let's ride the pine, and let's have another win today. See y'all later.